Good afternoon, guys. Jordan here at the Nutty Gnome Homestead. Today is November 20th, 2024, and we are getting ready to mulch in our garlic. Now, if you guys haven't already checked out our video on planting the garlic, I wish you'd go ahead and check that out. It'd really help you out. There's some good tips in there, guys. But today, we're going to be mulching in our garlic. We got some cold weather coming in here towards the end of the week. It's supposed to dip down in the low 30s, upper 20s. We want to make sure that we give this garlic the best chance of making it through the winter and produce those big bulbs that everybody likes to see. Now, the mulching is going to do a couple of things. One is going to help insulate the root from freezing too hard, and two, it's also going to help keep the top from getting too damaged from the frost. So we're going to bring you guys in here close, and I'm going to show you how we mulch in our garlic and what we're going to use to do it. So here's our garlic bed. This is the same bed that we planted with you guys a couple of weeks ago. I think last time I counted, there was over 120 cloves that actually popped up in here. So we did pretty good with what we had. Now, guys, you can see a lot of this garlic here is probably 5 inches, 4.5, 5 inches high already. It's time to go ahead and get this stuff mulched in before the cold weather sets in. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot for at least 3 inches up to 6 inches of mulch on some of these. Now, I think we're going to go ahead and just mulch the entire thing in with about 5 inches, maybe 6 inches. These smaller ones, like that little guy right there, and this one over here, they'll get caught up here in the next couple of weeks. It's not really going to matter. So I'm not going to be worried too much about them. Nope, there's even a little one way back there, guys. He's barely poking through. These guys will get caught up. They're going to go ahead and push through the soil, and everything's going to turn out just fine. Okay, guys, so you guys can use all kinds of things to mulch in your garlic. We have used and had good success in the past with mulched up leaves. We've used pine shavings. We've used, here's some grass clippings. You see how light and fluffy these grass clippings are? We've also used straw, but straw is pretty expensive around here right now. And we've also used hay. Now, when we use hay, we typically use the stuff that fell through our rabbit cages. The rabbits have already eaten on it, so usually it's got a little bit of manure in it already, so it's going to act as a compost and a fertilizer as well. Guys, you can use just about anything you want to mulch this in. The idea is just to insulate the bulb itself, to cover the tops, and to give these the best possible chance to making it through the winter. So there's nothing too scientific about this, guys. We're just going to come in here. We're going to loosely shake this out and cover these up. These air pockets from shaking this out and covering it loosely, it's what's going to help hold the insulation or create the insulation effect and make sure that these garlic are not going to get damaged by the frost. You also don't want to pack it down too tight, because if you pack it down too tight, then your garlic may not be able to poke through, especially some of these smaller ones that haven't quite got up as tall as some of these larger pieces of garlic that are up like 6 inches or so. So it's just something to be a little mindful about. Like this right here is just a little bit wet, so I'm not going to pack that down on top of the garlic too bad. And yes, we do have lettuce in here. It's November and we're still growing lettuce. This is the last of what we have. It's going to get mulched in right along with everything else, guys. Now, don't be afraid to come back later, like November or even in December, end of November or beginning of December, after you get a rain or two or this mulch starts to settle. Don't be afraid to come back and put a little more on top of it as this garlic grows. So long as you don't have it mashed down too tight to where the garlic can't poke through it, you really can't get too much mulch on top of this. Some people recommend all the way up to 12 inches. I think that's a little excessive, but it really depends on your climate. If you're someplace where it gets way below zero, that may be necessary. Here in southern Illinois, it doesn't get cold anymore, at least not like it used to when I was a kid. So about 6 inches is going to do pretty good for this. Okay guys, I wanted to show you real quick a good cross section of what this looks like after you get it mulched in. So as you guys can see down here, here's our soil. This is our homemade potting mix. If you haven't checked out that video, I highly suggest you guys do it. Here's one of our garlic sprouts. It's 4.5, 5 inches tall right now. So we've got our mulch on top about 5 inches in depth. Now, all we're doing essentially is we're protecting that root and that clove of garlic in the ground, and it's going to produce a larger bulb of garlic with larger cloves. If you damage that root down there, that clove of garlic that's in the ground, you're going to end up with smaller bulbs and smaller cloves overall. So anything we can do to make our harvest better, that's what we're going to do, guys. So we're going to get this covered back up. Now, guys, that didn't take long at all. Our garlic had a really good start. Some of it is 5 inches, 6 inches tall. Some of it's just poking through. We got a nice thick layer. I'd say this is about average, about 4.5 inches deep, maybe 5. I'm going to have to go get some more mulch here in just a second. But this is all we do, guys. And this is going to make sure that our garlic survives the winter. It really is that simple. So if you guys have any questions or comments about mulching in your garlic, growing garlic, or any other questions about farming or homesteading, please feel free to message us down below or contact us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead on Facebook. Guys, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like, share, and subscribe. It really does help us out and gives us the motivation to get out here and make these videos. This is going to be part of our garlic that we grow for this this next coming year. We try to grow the majority of our vegetables and about 90% of our meat here on the homestead. So, guys, get out there and get your garlic mulched in. We don't have many more nice days to get out here and enjoy. So, we're getting this done before the cold weather sets in. Till next time, y'all stay safe.